Hi, my name is Daniel and I'll be talking to you about the Corroboree frog. What is the scientific name for the Corroboree frog? Pseudophone corroboree. Great. What is the scientific classification of a Corroboree frog? Animalia, Chordata, Amphibia, Anura, Marbatridia, and Pseudophone. Where are the Corroboree frogs found in Australia? It is found within a very small region within the subalpine area of Kosciuszko National Park in New South Wales and Australian Capital Territory. What environment does the Corroboree frog live in? The southern Corroboree frog is a habitat specialist. Subalpine habitats between 1,300 and 1,760 metres above sea level. The species utilises two distinct habitat types: a breeding season habitat associated with pools, seepages in sphagnum bogs, wet tussock grasslands, and a terrestrial non-breeding habitat in forest, subalpine woodland, tall heath adjacent to the breeding area. What role does the Corroboree frog have in the ecosystem? The Corroboree frog plays a minor part in the wetlands ecosystem. The frog is classified as a secondary consumer, but young ones, or scientifically known as the tadpole stage, is a primary consumer because it feeds on algae. If the Corroboree frog were to be extinct, it would cause a lot of beetles, mites, ants and insect larvae to overpopulate and then cause them to become extinct as there will not be enough organisms to eat them. The Corroboree frog does not have any predators, but the reason for the decline in numbers is due to a disease. Three effects in the food chain if the Corroboree frog goes extinct. 1. There would be an increase in the population of primary consumers such as ants, beetles, bites and insect larvae. 2. There would be a lack of food for certain types of birds in Kosciuszko National Park. 3. There would also not be enough food for snakes, lizards, birds and some other secondary consumers. 3 descriptive reasons why the Corroboree frog is under threat. 1. The primary cause of the decline in southern Corroboree frog is Chytromatosis. This fungus has caused the disappearance of many species around the globe, especially in Central America and Eastern Australia. Climate change is another major reason why the species is dying off. Climate change in Kosciuszko National Park means reduced precipitation and water temperatures are likely to eventually affect breeding pools and the vegetation around them. Droughts is another major factor of the decline in numbers, causing the death of eggs and tadpoles as they rely on the water source to survive and as a home. So Stephen, what are you doing to maintaining the population of the Corroboree frog in the wild? Well Daniel, we have realised that if there is no human intervention with this species, they will be due to go extinct in a very short period of time. But we stepped in to help. We have Corroboree frogs located at locations all around Australia, such as Taronga Zoo, the Amphibian Research Centre, Melbourne Zoo and Hillsville Sanctuary. And at these places we contain the Corroboree frogs in climate-controlled quarantine facilities to mimic the cold winters and the warm summers at the subalpine area. We have also placed fungi and bacteria-proof pools in the wild to create pools for the tadpoles and eggs. Just at Melbourne Zoo and Taronga Zoo alone, they have produced over 1,400 fertile eggs in the last 12 months. Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it, Stephen? Hey, I'm Bob. You have just finished watching a movie about Daniel learning about the highly endangered Australian species called the Corroboree frog. I hope you have learned a lot about this species, as I have most definitely, and make sure this doesn't happen to any other animals. One last thing, watch where you step the next time you're in Kosciuszko National Park. Thanks for watching.
Created using Powtoon.